Hello everyone and welcome back to another session of Daily Current Affairs by SSB Crack Exams. I am Chaitanya Purav and I'll be taking you today's session for 21st of May. So let's begin guys and talking about SSB Crack Exams. So this is a one-stop solution for all the major defense related examinations like FCAT, CDS, NDA. For more details regarding the courses that we offer, you can visit our official website learn.ssbcrackexams.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for regular current affair video updates and other defense related videos. You can also follow us on Instagram and don't forget to download our Android app from Google Play Store, which is SSB Crack Exams. Now moving ahead guys, we shall start our session with yesterday's question of the day, which was name some of the components of protocols of star rating of garbage free cities. So we recently read this news and I have told you guys about this particular news which in yesterday's session that a certain ratings for garbage free cities has been released, and out of those number of cities, total 6 cities all across the country has been selected and has been graded as 5-star and as far as the garbage free city ratings is concerned. So there are certain protocols on which the entire grading or you can say the evaluation was done. So let me name some of them. The very first one was door-to-door collection. It was all of these are basically related to solid waste management chain. Then segregation at source, sweeping of public, commercial and residential areas, then litter bins or waste storage bins or dust bins basically, scientific waste processing, scientific landfilling and C&D waste management, waste reduction through on-site processing of wet waste, then bulk waste generators compliance, then user fees or penalties or spot fines for littering and enforcement of plastic ban, then citizen grievances redressal, dump site remediation, then cleaning of storm water drains and bodies and screening of nalas, and sustainable beautification were some of the protocols over which the total evaluation of the cities were done for garbage free cities. Right, now we shall move ahead and we shall start today's session with the first news, which is about the 15th Finance Commissions Committee. So the first meeting of the 15th Finance Commissions Committee on Fiscal Consolidation Roadmap is scheduled on 21st May, like I said, that is today, and that too this time it will be happening through video conferencing, of course. Now, one of the terms of reference of this 15th Finance Commission is to make recommendation on the fiscal consolidation roadmap of the central as well as the state governments, taking into account their responsibility to adhere to appropriate levels of debt and deficit levels amidst this COVID-19 pandemic, and while still fostering higher inclusive growth. Apart from that, guided by the principles of equity, efficiency and transparency as well. Right, now further, what all will be going to happen in this particular meeting of the 15th Finance Commission. So a high level group on health sector have been formed. Right, a high level group on health sector was constituted by the 15th Finance Commission in May 2018 only, and this meeting particularly will be headed by Dr. Randeep Guleria, who is currently the director of AIIMS, and including eminent professionals from the health sector. The group submitted its final report in August 2019 back, and some of its key recommendations were incorporated in the first report of the 15th Finance Commission for the year 2020 to 2021. The 15th Finance Commission, according to the highest priority to the health sector, has now decided to reconvene this HLG, that is a high-level group, in the light of recent developments due to the ongoing COVID-19 crisis. So again, more or less the entire motive of the meeting will be focused on the issues and the impact due to COVID-19. That's what we can say as of now in layman terms. Right, with this details are still awaited, will be covered in the tomorrow's session. Now moving ahead, MHA, that is Ministry of Home Affairs, has done some amendments in the lockdown guidelines to facilitate domestic air travel within India. So basically what they have done, earlier there were some activities which were prohibited all across the countries and domestic air travel was one of them. So to facilitate domestic air travel for stranded persons in India, or basically the air travel within the country, will be allowed by and this has been allowed by some amendment which was done by Ministry of Home Affairs in the guidelines they had already issued earlier. So from certain day, it is expected, the domestic air travel is expected to start again, and this will be helping all the stranded persons who want to go to their native place or go back to their home, right? Now moving ahead, Government of India also launched scheme for 100% solarization of Konark Sun Temple and Konark town, which is situated in Odisha, right? So speaking about the scheme, see Shri R.K. Singh, who is our current Minister of Power and MNRE, has said, and I'm quoting, Government of India launched the scheme with an objective to take forward the Prime Minister's vision to develop the historical Sun Temple town of Konark in Odisha as Surya Nagri, what we call in Hindi, to convey a message of synergy between the modern use of solar energy and the ancient Sun Temple, and the importance of promoting solar energy, or in easy words you can also say as in importance of promoting also green energy or sustainable energy or renewable energy, right? There will be setting up of 10 megawatt grid which will be connected through solar project, and various solar off grid applications like solar trees or solar towers, solar drinking water kiosks, off grid solar power plants with battery storage inbuilt, etc. All these things will be done by creating a 10 megawatt grid of only solar panels with 100% central financial assistance support of around rupees 25 crore rupees by and from the Government of India itself, and this will be of course done through Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, right? Apart from that, the implementation, the duty of implementation of this project will be done by Odisha Renewable Energy Development Agency. Remember the names that I'm using: Central Financial Assistance Support for which will be done by Government of India under Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, popularly known as MNRE. Further, it will be implemented, the entire project will be implemented by Odisha Renewable Energy Development Agency, right? Further, moving ahead, so STIMST to commercially launch Agape Chitra Magna. Remember this name, Agape Chitra Magna, for detection of COVID-19. So what is this? Let's talk about that also. The commercial launch of this, which is a magnetic nanoparticle based RNA extraction kit for use during testing for detection of COVID-19, which was developed by SETIMST situated in Trivandrum. This is Sri Chitra Tribunal Institute, right? The launch program is being organized by STIMST in collaboration with Agape Diagnostics Limited at the Biomedical Technology Wing of STIMST. Further, what is this Agape Chitra Magna and how does it work? So it uses an innovative technology for isolating RNA using magnetic nanoparticle to capture the RNA from the patient sample, right? So the sample of the cells of patients who are to be tested, that is taken. The magnetic nanoparticle beads bind to the viral RNA, and when exposed to a magnetic field give a highly purified and concentrated RNA, right? As the sensitivity of the detection method is dependent on getting an adequate quantity of viral RNA, this innovation enhances the chances of identifying positive cases. So the precision and you can say the efficiency will be very high, and accuracy will also be very high for this particular test. And now finally STIMST has decided to commercially launch this particular detection kit. So this is a good update in the field of health. Now further, we shall end our session with the current COVID-19 update in India. So as of now, total as of 21st of May till 8 AM, the total number of confirmed cases has reached 1,12,359 with 5,609 raised or number of positive cases, new positive cases in a single day. Further, the number of active cases is 63,624 because the number of cured has also increased in a single day, that is 3,002. Total number of cured patient has reached 45,300. Although unfortunately the number of deaths has also reached 3,400 mark, right? Further, moving ahead, it's quiz time, guys. The question for today's session is in which of the sector will the 15th Finance Commission will be focused? Economic sectors, agricultural sector or health sector? So of course, we have discussed this in today's session. A special high-level group has been constituted for this, especially health sector. So the correct answer for this will be health sector. Okay. Now the question of the day for today is, what is Finance Commission of India? Please write about it, the basic details, the factual details. When was it constituted? Why was it constituted? So write your answer in the comment section. Till the next session, be safe, take care, and Jai Hind.